Hello, my name is David Birnbaum. I am a global garment industry specialist, and I want to speak to you today about the gray economy. Economists divide the companies and workers into three categories. The first is the normal category, which we could call the white economy. You have a job, you get paid a salary. The company deducts your taxes. You have a company, the company shows a profit, you pay taxes on that profit. At the other extreme, there's a black economy. Because if your business is murder, or bank robbery, or extortion, or money laundering, it's very hard for you to submit a valid tax return. You can't say, well, this is a good year for bank robbery, we made $200,000, and extortion did pretty well. No, so that generally you have to lie a lot. And that's the black economy. In the middle, there's a gray economy. The gray economy are generally people who are doing honest work but not declaring taxes because they don't have to. You go to a restaurant, you pay your bill in cash. That income does not go listed in the company's income tax. It's money in the owner's pocket. The same way that if you tip a cab driver, that is not taxable. None of this stuff is taxable. The gray economy has always been with us. In the garment industry, if you look at the small e-commerce companies, they're virtually all in the gray economy because there's no record of anything for people to be taxed. The gray economy is growing. And it's growing because of the COVID-19 lockdown. The lockdown affected everybody. Some positively, some negatively. There are people who were driven crazy because of the lockdown. They had to look after the children, and they were confined to a small space. There are other people who had no income. But there were people who found benefit in the lockdown. There were people who recognized that working at home was more efficient and better than going to an office. They could do in 3 hours what it took 8 hours in the office. And they had a life. And many of these people don't want to return to the old way. They would rather quit their job. Also, there were people who had no jobs and recognized that they could make a job on internet. If they had skill sets, they could use those skill sets so that 2 or 3 friends could get together and offer something to people, which people would pay for. We can do your tax return. We can explain, we can show you how to knit. These were services that people would pay for. And they found that the work they were doing was more enjoyable and they actually earned more money and they don't want to go back to work. The result is that after the lockdown, the gray economy in the United States and in Europe is going to grow exponentially. People will not go back to work. The waiters who worked 8 and 10-hour shifts in restaurants for very little pay and were expected to make up their income in tips, they're not going back. I'm sorry guys, hey, we have another job where we actually are cooking for people and going to their homes and serving. We make money at it. The people in the building trade who were working exorbitant hours for little money said, you know something, we're not going back to your company because we can do work for other people. They had a house, they wanted it painted, they wanted the floors repaired. We can do that as individuals and we can beat you in price. The result is a better economy with people earning more money. However, an economy where the government gets less income. This is the future. This is the gray economy. Thank you.